Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the cricket world lately. Imagine this. You're sitting there, maybe sipping your coffee, and you hear that Jos Buttler just shattered the T20 runs record. Yeah, that Buttler. The guy who's been a cornerstone for England and now leading the Manchester Supergiants. But here's the kicker. It's not just about the numbers. It's about the story behind those numbers, the ups and downs, and what it all means for the sport. So let's break this down. First off, Buttler overtaking Kieron Pollard's record of 14,803 career T20 runs is massive. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is the way he did it. 3 consecutive sixes off Marco Jansen? That's not just skill, that's a statement. It's like he's saying, yeah, I've been through the ringer, but I'm still here, and I'm still dangerous. And let's not forget, this isn't just any format. It's the 100, which counts towards T20 stats. That adds a whole new layer to the achievement. It's not just about the runs. It's about adapting to different formats and still dominating. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Buttler himself admitted that someone will eventually surpass him, and he even named Vaibhav Suryavanshi as a potential successor. In my opinion, that kind of humility is rare in sports. It's easy to get caught up in your own success, but Buttler's already looking ahead, acknowledging the next generation. What this really suggests is that records are meant to be broken, and the cycle of cricket continues. It's not just about individual glory, it's about the sport evolving. Now, let's talk about the context. Just a few months ago, Buttler was struggling. I mean, really struggling. At the T20 World Cup, he managed just 87 runs in 8 innings. Fans and critics were questioning his future. But here's the thing, he didn't give up. He talked about having the energy and determination to rediscover his form, and honestly, that's what separates the greats from the rest. If you take a step back and think about it, cricket is as much a mental game as it is physical. Buttler's comeback isn't just about runs, it's about resilience. What many people don't realize is that these moments of struggle often pave the way for the biggest triumphs. And speaking of triumphs, his partnership with Seifert against the Welsh Fire was something else. Seifert's unbeaten 62 and Buttler's 51 asterisk not only secured a 9-wicket win, but also boosted the Supergiants' net run rate significantly. From my perspective, this isn't just about winning a match, it's about momentum. The Supergiants were on a losing streak, and this win could be the turning point they needed. It's like they've hit the reset button, and now they're climbing up the table. One thing that immediately stands out is how quickly things can change in cricket. Buttler said it himself. One day you're the dog, one day you're the lamppost. That's such a vivid way of putting it, and it's so true. The sport is brutal in its unpredictability. But what makes Buttler's story compelling is how he's navigated that unpredictability. He didn't just wait for things to turn around. He actively worked to turn them around. That's a lesson not just for cricketers, but for anyone facing setbacks. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Pollard, who Buttler just overtook, is winding down his playing career and moving into coaching. That's a bigger trend we're seeing in cricket. Legends transitioning into mentorship roles. It's almost like the baton is being passed from one generation to the next. And with players like Suryavanshi waiting in the wings, it's clear that the future of T20 cricket is in good hands. But here's the deeper question. As records keep falling, what does it mean for the legacy of players like Pollard or Buttler? Are they just names in a stat book, or do they leave a lasting impact on how the game is played? Finally, let's talk about the match itself. The Supergiants' chase was clinical. Seifert and Paul Walters set the tone in the power play, and Buttler finished it off in style. But what caught my eye was Lockie Ferguson's 3 no-balls and 6 deliveries. That's the kind of detail that can swing a game, and it did. It's a reminder that cricket isn't just about the big hits or wickets. It's about the small moments that add up. A detail I find fascinating is how these seemingly minor errors can have such a huge impact on the outcome. So here's my closing thought. Jos Buttler's record-breaking innings isn't just about the runs. It's about resilience, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. It's a story of falling down and getting back up, of knowing that records are temporary, but the lessons you learn along the way are permanent. And as we watch the next generation of players rise, it's worth asking ourselves, what kind of stories will they tell? What records will they break? And more importantly, what will they leave behind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about Buttler's achievement and where cricket is headed. Until next time, keep watching, keep thinking, and keep loving the game.